Buonasera people, I finally made it to the Colosseum in Rome. Hey guys, so I finally made it to the Colosseum. There wasn't much of a line because we had the express ticket, so it took about 5 minutes to get from outside the amphitheater to inside the theater. And right now I'm on top of level 1. I think there's one more level to climb, but I don't know how to get there, or I don't think I have the right path for it. But anyway, so I'm right now inside the Colosseum. For those of you who don't know much about the Colosseum and don't know the history behind it, it was built in 72 AD and it took 8 years to complete. So in 80 it was done, this construction was done. It's astonishing to know that they built about in 8 years, but mostly Jewish prisons. That's what I did my research and found out. They had a lot of prisoners, a lot of Jewish prisoners, so they shipped them here to build this in very poor conditions, and kind of a sad tale there. So King Nero was the one who commissioned to build this. The reason being that because the Rome city, or half the Rome city, was destroyed by a fire which wiped out almost the entire city, and King Nero decided to build this as a statement to know that Rome is still standing. So he built a 70,000 capacity theater in the center of Rome to make it as a center of where everyone around the world would come and would see that Rome is still powerful as it was. So he built it, and in 80 AD the construction was done. The designer, I'm not sure who the designer was, but he was a famous person. I think it had to do with Mr. Cristiano, not Ronaldo, but some other Cristiano. So he designed this whole Colosseum, and yeah, it was done. So the day of the inauguration, they had 100 days of events straight non-stop, so people could just walk in, sit in the theater. By the way, the theater had the same ticketing system as how it is done today in this modern era. So a person would get a ticket to be allocated a stand or a seat around anywhere, just like a normal stadium, and people could just walk in and see what was happening. So a daily event would be, first in the morning it would be like a boat fight, or a battleship kind of a fight. So these ruins that you see down were actually filled with water all the way up till there, and it's quite impressive how they developed hydraulics, the engineering of hydraulics to fill in water all the way till the top and get the ship sailing over there, which is incredible. And so they had like a mock battleship fight in the morning, and then it used to be a person fighting an animal. So then after the water is done, it turns into a jungle. So literally it'll be like man versus a wild over there, and then towards the end would be two people locking horns against each other, and whoever wins get to live. It's as simple as that. But not just simple as that, actually. There were a lot of prisoners who used to fight within the Colosseum, and the person who ends up surviving till the end of the day, the emperor could make a choice whether to let him live or kill him. So he could kill at least 10 people, survive till the very end, to know that the emperor doesn't want him to live and he would just die. Also underneath walls you would see a dungeon kind of an area. It's called, I think, Hydrosis or something like that, and that's where the animals used to be kept before they're put out to engage, and also the prisoners or the gladiators. Once they get this go to sign, they go out and fight for their lives. So after like 400 years, people kind of got bored of it. They were like, "Now we're done seeing this." So they decided to they need something else. So what happened after that was they had play readings, short plays and dramatic stuff like drama, theater and stuff happening on one side. Probably I think it was that side where playwright would write his play, or would read out his play, and actors would act out. So it turned out to be actually a theater afterwards. And then finally there was no reason to do anything over here. Like, people just got bored of it, and they had different tastes in Rome, so they just completely thought like, I'd screw it. And also it was damaged by an earthquake in 400 AD and later on in 1300 AD as well. So it did take a lot of damage. Half of the theater is chopped down, as you can see over there. And yeah, but trust me, this is amazing. Also, I'm wearing a Assassin's Creed t-shirt. The last mission in Brotherhood was inside there, where he was gonna fight. He's gonna find the what was it called?
12 seconds later.
So yeah, they find the Adam's apple, and that was where the last part of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood happened. I just played it like 2 weeks ago, so still fresh in my memory. It does look a lot like they did really pay attention to detail in the game. Even when I was in Florence, the Santa Maria Cathedral in Florence was also very detailedly made in the game. So another quick fact. So it does rain at times in Rome, and the show must definitely go on. So what the Colosseum people did back in the day, about 2,000 years ago, was that they had the Roman sailors stationed at the rooftops, and they actually used to cover the area where at least the spectators used to sit. So all these areas would be covered so that none of the spectators would get wet. I mean, to think about it, back in the day they had that idea and that know-how to do that. Amazing. No wonder why Roman Empire was one of the biggest empires in the world. I mean, they were the powerhouse of the ancient world. Yeah, that was pretty much a short, brief history about Colosseum. To be honest, if you're gonna come to Rome, you must see this. It was one of my biggest childhood dreams to be here, and I'm still astonished by how amazing and how big this is. Like, I've been to some stadiums, but this still, being like almost 2,000 years old, still tops the list. And it's not that hard to get. It's about 16 euros in 2018 to get in and to go inside the stadium. There were obviously other tickets to go inside the dungeon and all the way to the top. Unfortunately, I didn't get the dungeon ticket. It was all sold out. So do book in advance, at least like a month, I would say, for a safe bet. Do leave a comment below what you think about the Colosseum. Do you know more facts about it? Or if any of my facts or history is wrong, do let me know in the comments below, and I'll rectify it. Alright, I'm done with the Colosseum, and now my next stop is the Pantheon and the Trivedi Fountain for the day, the last day in Rome. See you guys then. Hey guys, so that's it from Rome. Spent 2.5 days. I would say you need way more than 4 days to see the whole city, because Rome is massive. It's unlike Bologna or Florence. I believe Rome has a lot to offer. There's so many things that you need to do. Oh look, there's a husky. I think it's a husky. So yeah, so Rome has a lot to offer. So you might need to probably stay for like 4 weeks. To at least 4 to probably 2 weeks, depending on the scale. So 2 days for me was quite a short. I did see a lot of main attractions and stuff. So yeah, you definitely, if you have only like a day or two, you can visit the places, but you can't experience it in detail. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you do want to know more about the Roman culture and the Roman history, you need to have more time when you spend in Rome. So that's about it from Rome. My final stop before I fly to Dubai is Venice. I'll be there for a day. Anyway, that's it guys from the capital. Till next time, a presto, arrivederci. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button.